Hey everybody, it's your hospitality friend Glenn, and I found another industry icon, the incredible Liam Brown from Marriott. And I want to say before we talk to Liam, this video is brought to you by our friends over at Unifocus, technology that drives value. Unifocus, check them out, unifocus.com. So we're here at the Lodging Conference. How are you feeling about the company? Come a little bit closer. Oh, I'm out of the shot. Yeah, we don't want you to be out of the shot because you're the star. Yes, and also the brand. So we're here at the Lodging Conference. How are you feeling, generally speaking, about the vibes at the conference, and maybe about how that energy might be being felt in Marriott, if it's the same or different?
All right. Well, first, Glenn, thanks for calling me a hotel icon. I'm not sure I deserve the thank.
I think you do.
And look, I think the mood of the conference is reflective of the times we're in. I would say people are saying, like, things are just a little bit difficult and challenging, especially on the development front. But I think there's also a mood of optimism about the future for a number of reasons. I think the recent rate cut, although people would say it's helpful, it gives them. I mean, it's a psychological change in terms of the ability to believe that, hey, rates will be better in the future. Maybe I should look at this project a little more closely and figure out how can I get it done. So I would say the mood at the end of the day is cautious optimism. There's a few challenges and headwinds that we're all facing. Costs and labor costs, every kind of cost from a hotel perspective is challenging these days. That's a common refrain. And just the difficulty and the challenges of getting a deal done or a project done. It's tough. Getting good pricing, getting it and just navigating through all the bits and pieces. It just seems to have gotten more complicated. That's what everybody's saying.
I'm going to ask a couple of, I'm the caveman questions. I don't know anything. Tell me about this psychology and stuff.
Yes.
The hotel industry for basically a generation after the Great Recession got used to such abnormally low interest rates historically. Yeah. That had to change the perception of what makes a good hotel deal.
Yeah.
And then post-COVID, when they tried to tamp down inflation by raising those interest rates, it got it back to a higher level than it was, but it really was reflecting what it used to be, what things were more normal.
Yeah.
You got an incredible group of developers out there. A lot of them have been around for decades. Are they starting to get rejiggered to the way that things are today? And are they making that psychological breakthrough that maybe, even though interest rates are higher, deals can still get done, and they're just being a little bit more diligent about how it pencils out instead of just being wild about it when it's like 1% interest?
Yeah. Look, I think people are very aware of the reality of the situation. The challenges with higher interest rates have made it more and more challenging to pencil a deal. So I think there's a greater rigor, there's a greater discipline around trying to figure out how to get a deal done. And that, coupled with just inflation on construction costs, has just made that process harder and a little bit more challenging. But these are very smart folks. They figure it out. I will go back many, many years where I met one of our original franchisees, a gentleman by the name of Gary Tharrelson, and I remember him calling me and saying, Liam, I've got a great construction deal on this hotel. It's 10%. Now, if I said 10% to anybody in this room, they would say, how did he make that happen? So I think it's a matter of being creative, and making sure you do your due diligence, and the good deals will always get done.
Right, and that's really the lesson here. The good deals will always get done. I think people might have been entering into deals before COVID that they probably shouldn't have because it felt like things were going to go on forever. And then when we hit that giant roadblock, it kind of shook the reality into our universe.
Well, I think that's true of any time we're in. We're a cyclical business. We're subject to the ebb and flow of GDP, customer sentiment. Consumer sentiment is critically important. Consumer confidence. That when you think about our leisure traveler, they're 40% of our business, and if they feel a little pinched, maybe they're not going to take those 3 weekends away or 2 weekends away. It might only be one.
Right.
So, there is an ebb and flow to our business, no matter what cycle you're talking about. Even going back to the days of higher interest rates, 20 odd years ago, there were good times and bad times. Gary also had another good line. The best deals he ever did were the deals that he got done when nobody could get a deal done because they worked out really, really well.
Yeah.
And a lot of the folks attending a conference like this, they know that. They're smart folks. They're all the time looking for an opportunity, and patience patience and perseverance gets rewarded.
And the one thing that always amazes me is like, how do the brokers make any money? Because everyone I talk to says they only want to do off-market deals.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But we know that's not really the reality.
And the brokers are subject to the same ebb and flow we're all subject to. They have their good years, and then they're a little bit challenging.
Hey, listen, their challenging years are still better than my good years. So good for them.
And they're still they figure it out too.
So what are you most excited about in 2025 and beyond? Just generally speaking about the hospitality business.
Well, I'm particularly excited from Marriott's perspective because we're going to have a big, we have a major technological transformation underway, which we will begin to see the benefits of next year. And look, I'm always excited about our business because even in the tough times, you know, it is a great business to be in. There's always opportunities every day to do better, no matter whether you're in good times or bad times. And it's very hard not to be optimistic about our business. There is a great need for travel, accommodations. We provide a great service to people. And it's a business that you need to be optimistic in because it does have its challenges.
I know.
And you got to enjoy them. Solving problems, and it's at the unit level, the market level, you know, the macro level. It's just a very, very interesting, challenging, and rewarding business. So I'm always optimistic about it, no matter what.
I know, and there's so many great people here at the Lodging Conference. 2,900 people. A new record over here. I'm excited to be here. Lee, thank you so much for talking to me today.
My pleasure.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for
Good seeing you. And don't forget to check out unifocus.com. I'm Glenn. That's Liam. See you later. Bye.
Bye.